morning children. This class we are going to see a new topic and the topic of the lesson is add. Okay. So in this topic we are going to cover some important contents. What are the contents? First let me discuss about the introduction part, followed by oxygen. Next occurrence of oxygen. Okay. Next one physical properties of oxygen. Chemical properties of oxygen, reactivity of oxygen with metals, followed by reaction of oxygen with non-metals, and finally we are going to discuss about the uses of oxygen. These contents we are going to discuss in this class. Okay, first one, introduction part. You all are familiar with air, isn't it? Air is found everywhere around you. Have you ever seen air? No, you cannot see air, but you can feel the presence of air in many ways, isn't it? Air moves from one place to other. Air is matter. It occupies space and it has mass. That is why it fills all the space available. Living organisms cannot survive without air. We can live without food or water for few days, but it is very difficult to live without what? Yes, air. Okay, it is very difficult to live without air. Right, children? Okay. Next, we can move to oxygen. Air consists of 21% of oxygen. Okay, air consists of 21% of oxygen. Got it? Human beings, the presence of air is very essential, okay, for all the survival of living organisms, isn't it? The presence of air is essential for the survival of all living organisms. Human beings and animals, okay, they take in oxygen from the atmosphere and release carbon dioxide through breathing, okay. Even plants also need oxygen, and also aquatic animals, even aquatic animals also need oxygen, okay. So for that, water is present in oxygen is present in water in the dissolved form, okay. What is present in water? Oxygen is present in water in the dissolved form. So the aquatic animals taking the dissolved oxygen from the water for breathing. Okay. You know about Lavoisier, who is considered as the father of modern chemistry. Okay. Lavoisier coined the term oxygen. Okay. Who coined the term oxygen? Lavoisier. Lavoisier coined the term oxygen. The word oxygen derived from the Greek word oxygenes, okay, and the meaning for oxygenes is acid producer, okay. What is the meaning for oxygenes? Oxygenes means acid producer. In early days, chemists found that oxygen is very essential for producing acids, hence they named oxygenes. Got it, children? Right. Next we can move to occurrence of oxygen. Okay, occurrence means incident. Okay, occurrence of oxygen. Right. Oxygen is the most abundant element on the earth crust by mass. What is meant by abundant element? Abundant element means existing in large quantities. Okay, and oxygen is the third most abundant element next to hydrogen and helium in the universe. Okay. Oxygen occurs both in the free state as well as in the combined state. What is the difference between free state and combined state? Free state means here the elements or metals which are freely available. Okay. And combined state means the elements or metals which are not freely available, but they can found with other elements. Okay, that's the difference between free state and combined state. Okay, during photosynthesis, plants need oxygen and carbon dioxide, isn't it? During respiration, plant needs oxygen and glucose, okay, which is produced through photosynthesis. Hence, oxygen as well as oxygen as well as glucose are the two important products produced through photosynthesis. These two are the very important products. Okay, what are the two products? One is the oxygen and another one is the glucose. Okay. Now, oxygen is also found in water on the surface of the earth, right? We know about ozone. What is the formula of ozone? O3. O3 is nothing but ozone. So, this triatomic molecule is present in the upper layers of the atmosphere. Okay. Now, let me see the occurrence. Look at the board. Carbon dioxide, when it combines with the water, in the presence of energy from the sun, getting sun energy, okay, getting energy from the sun, it produces C6H12O6. What is C6H12O6? It is nothing but glucose, okay. Along with the glucose, oxygen gas also liberate, okay. So, carbon dioxide, when it combines with water, through the energy from the sun, it releases glucose as well as oxygen gas. Okay. Now let me see the percentage of oxygen which is present in the free state as well as in the combined state. Okay. So oxygen in free state, oxygen in combined state. Here source is given as well as its percentage level also given. First one, oxygen in the free state, atmospheric air. So atmospheric air actually it is present 21%. Okay, 21% of atmospheric air is present, right, in the free state. That also you should remember. Next one, water. Maximum, that is 88 to 90% of water is present in the free state, right? Next we can move to the combined state. Here what are the sources are given? Plants and animals, and its percentage is 60 to 70%. Next one, minerals in the form of silicates, oxides and carbonates. What is its percentage? Its percentage is about 45 to 50%. Okay. So this oxygen level is present in the free state as well as in the combined state means. First you should learn the difference between these two. Free state means elements which is freely available, and combined state means it is not freely available, it is combined with some other elements. Okay, that's the difference. Okay children, next we can move to physical properties. Physical properties of oxygen. Oxygen is a colorless, odorless and tasteless gas. Okay, what's the first point? Oxygen is a colorless, odorless and tasteless gas. Oxygen is more soluble in water than nitrogen. Okay, and it also readily dissolves in cold water. Okay, oxygen readily dissolves in cold water. Oxygen has its density. Okay, oxygen is the density. It is somewhat denser than air. Okay, oxygen is somewhat denser than air. Its density level. Next one, oxygen. It can be due to high pressure and low temperature. Oxygen can be made into liquefied form, that is in the liquid form. We can make it as a liquid form due to high pressure and low temperature. Okay, not at a normal condition, at high pressure as well as at low pressure, we can make the oxygen into liquefied form. Okay, and oxygen supports combustion. This point is very important. Oxygen supports combustion. Okay, and oxygen is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. It will not conduct the electricity. Okay, so what are the points we discussed in physical properties? First one, oxygen is a colorless, odorless and tasteless gas. It is denser than air. Okay, next, it is more soluble in water than nitrogen, and also it is readily dissolves in cold water. Oxygen supports combustion, okay, and it will not carry electricity. It is a poor, oxygen is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, right? Next, at high pressure and low temperature, oxygen can be made into liquefied form. These are the physical properties of oxygen. Got it, children? Shall we move to the chemical properties now? Good. So next we can move to the chemical properties. First one, combustibility. Okay. Oxygen is a non-combustible gas. What is the meaning for non-combustible gas? Oxygen does not burn if exposed to fire. But what I told you earlier, it supports combustion. Okay, oxygen does not burn, but it supports it supports combustion with other substances. Got it? So oxygen is a non-combustible gas. It supports combustion with other substances. Next one, reaction with metals. Some metals, oxygen react with some metals like aluminum, magnesium, iron, sodium, potassium. It forms metal oxides. Okay, and these metal oxides are basic in nature. Okay, see here, metal, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms metal oxide. This metal oxide is basic in nature. So for example, sodium, Na is nothing but sodium. Okay, so sodium is nothing but a metal. So sodium is a metal. Na is sodium. When it reacts with oxygen, O2 means oxygen. Sodium, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms Na2O. Na2O means sodium oxide. Na2O is sodium oxide. Okay, so now we can see the reactivity of oxygen with metal. Here only one metal we saw, isn't it? What is that? Sodium metal we saw. Now we are going to see some other metals also. Here metal is given. These are the some of the metals. Next one, temperature level. Next, what product we are getting. So first one, metal K is nothing but potassium. Okay, at room temperature, that is potassium, when react with oxygen at room temperature, it forms potassium oxide. Okay, and what is the formula of potassium oxide? K2O. Got it? Right. Next one, magnesium. This magnesium metal, when it reacts with oxygen at slight temperature, okay, heating slightly, we get magnesium oxide. Okay, what is the formula for magnesium oxide? MgO. Next one, calcium metal. Calcium metal, when it reacts with oxygen at light temperature, low temperature, it forms calcium oxide. The formula of calcium oxide is CaO. Got it? Right. Next, Fe is iron, Cu is copper, Ag is silver. These metals, okay, react with oxygen at high temperature, forms iron oxide. Its formula is Fe3O4. And then cupric oxide, its formula is CuO. And silver oxide, its formula is Ag2O. Got it? Next, Au is gold and Pt is platinum. Okay, so when oxygen react with gold and platinum at very high temperature, no reaction takes place. Got it, children? Good. Shall we move to the next one? Right. What's the next one? Reactivity of oxygen with non-metals. Got it? Okay. Next, oxygen, when it reacts with some non-metals. What are the non-metals? Carbon, sulfur, hydrogen, nitrogen. These are some of the non-metals. So oxygen, when it reacts with non-metals to form non-metallic oxide. Okay, and these non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Look at the example. Non-metal, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms non-metallic oxide. Okay. For example, C. C means what? C is nothing but carbon. And O2, you know, oxygen. Carbon, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms CO2. CO2 is carbon dioxide. Got it? So O2 is oxygen. And the product formed is carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so carbon when it reacts with oxygen forms carbon dioxide. Got it, children? Right. Shall we move to the next one? Here, see the reaction of oxygen with the non-metals. Here one example we saw. The next few examples we can see now. Non-metal is given. Products formed. Okay, what are the products we are getting? Carbon just now we discussed, isn't it? So when it reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. Next N is nitrogen. Okay, so nitrogen when it reacts with oxygen, it forms nitric oxide. It is basically formed in our body, nitric oxide. Next S is sulfur. Okay, sulfur when it reacts with oxygen, it forms sulfur dioxide. This sulfur dioxide gas is a toxic gas. Okay. Next one P. P is nothing but phosphorus. So phosphorus when it reacts with oxygen, it forms phosphorus trioxide, that is P2O3, as well as phosphorus pentoxide. Its formula is P2O5. Got it, children? Right? Shall we move to the next one? Good. Next we can move to the reaction with the hydrocarbons. What do you mean by hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons means compounds containing hydrogen and carbon. This is called the hydrocarbon. Okay. So hydrocarbons, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide as well as water vapor plus heat energy plus light energy also will form. Okay. For example, fuels like wood, LPG, petrol, diesel, when it burns with oxygen, it produces heat energy. Not only heat energy, even light energy also produced. Okay. So hydrocarbons when it reacts with oxygen, hydrocarbons means what? Compounds containing hydrogen and carbon. Okay. So hydrocarbons when it reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide plus water vapor plus heat energy plus light. Okay. So next one we can move to the rusting. What do you mean by rust? Rust is an iron oxide, a reddish brown oxide which is formed by the reaction of iron and oxygen in the presence of air and water. Okay. So Fe is nothing but iron. Iron when it reacts with oxygen, it forms iron oxide. Fe2O3 is iron oxide. Okay. So this iron oxide when it reacts with the water, here X, H2O is given. No, X is the number of water molecules. Okay, this X is the number of water molecules. It reacts to form rust. What is the formula? Fe2O3 dot XH2O. This is the formula. Understood, children? Okay, shall we move to the next one? What's the next one? Next, finally, we can move to uses of oxygen. Okay. Oxyacetylene gas cylinder is mainly used for cutting and welding metals. Okay. And oxygen is used as a rocket fuel also. Oxygen is used for the production as well as for the manufacture of glass. Okay. And oxygen, it is also used to remove the impurities from steel, carbon impurities, to remove the carbon impurities from the steel. Okay. Plants and animals need, okay, plants and animals need oxygen for breathing, for respiration purpose. This is also one of the use. Okay. And artificial oxygen is mainly used for artificial respiration in many aspects like scuba divers and then mountaineers, astronauts, patients, etc. Mountaineers means one who climb mountains. Okay. Scuba diver means a person who swims underwater with suitable equipment. Here and all artificial respiration is required, no? So oxygen, artificial oxygen is used there, okay? And also oxygen is used for the production of methanol and ammonia. Methanol is a poisonous chemical substance, okay? So these are some of the uses of oxygen. Okay children, so what are the contents we discussed today? About oxygen, occurrence of oxygen, physical properties of oxygen, chemical properties of oxygen, and what's the next one? Reaction of oxygen with metals, reaction of oxygen with non-metals, and finally we discussed about the uses of oxygen. Okay, so everything you have to go through children, and you have to write all the contents one time. This is your assignment. The remaining we will see in the next video. Thank you children.